far from the moon. So I don't think I can get the horse head or anything anymore. It's getting towards the middle. And don't tell me that there's not too many hydrogen alphas left for the rest of the night. All galaxies are starting to come up. M82 is one of the galaxies I can do in HA. What a bummer. Darn. There's not many, and with this full moon, there's no sense going to any of the galaxies with a regular filter either. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And I can't go past on the west side of the meridian here either. Anybody have any suggestions on the east side of the meridian that I can do in HA? Some emission nebulas. I'm on the crab. I'm sure you're sick of the crab. I don't know if I can get, there's a pole right around this area where the meridian is, and we're pretty close to it right now. I can go back to the horse head and see. That's about the only one I have. Okay, let me just stop the guider. We could work on the crab a little bit more. Yeah, that's the only one. M81, M82 is the only galaxy that does well in HA. Galaxies are useless with HA. We'll never pick them up. Yeah, some like M31, M33 have a lot of H2 regions, but there's not much. Spring galaxies are all coming up. If I slide this over, can you see that okay? The Sky program where I'm connected? Yeah, I know. Everything's gone now. Okay, thanks, Connie. So you can see bottom part. Okay, let me just okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. There we go. That's a little bit better. So at least you'll have most of it in. Yeah, you got it okay right about there. Okay, yeah, that's the problem is there's not a heck of a lot. Right in this area, there's a hydro pool. Once I get close to the meridian, I'm finished right here, and this is where M42, Horsehead, and all that is. But we can go and try it at least. The thing is, the scope's going to be on an angle, so my guider gets is on top, and it's going to hit that pole first. But we can try, and we can come back to the crab later. So let me just go on this area. I'll click on there. And let me just stop the guider. The exposure. And we're going to head towards this area here. And then I'm going to zoom into that area. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to pick it by name. What in the world's going on here? Okay. Kind of distorted. I don't have the field of view, Joe, for that heart, soul, all that. Don't forget, I'm using a VRC 10. Why is this so big? How do I find? Man, oh man. I can actually make this a little bit bigger. Yeah, I'm just trying to find my, oh, there it is. Yeah, let's go back to the horse head and see. I just don't know why this is so big. This whole thing just went large on me for some reason. Let's see. You know what I mean? I had this all fitted in nice. I don't know why it went big. Let's see if I can press control in the wheel of the mouse. Nothing happens. Yeah, I don't know why it went large, Connie. It's not fitting in now. Look at the size of it. Okay. Let me, well, let me enlarge this and see. I don't know why it did that. Everything went so big. Fit Milo into window. Yeah, I'm trying to do that, Will. I'm trying to move Milo. I'm trying to make it smaller now to fit into, but even these all went big. All these icons on my computer outside went huge for some reason. I don't know what in the world happened. Anybody have any ideas what I can do to make these icons all small again? Because it's almost like everything enlarged. Okay, I'll check it. I didn't touch the desktop resolution. Right there, you can see that. All right. I'm going to, we're at AGC 4. Let's try 60 seconds. Tider's going. Okay. See what happens here. Sure is nice being in the house, though, that's for sure. It's more work than being outside. It's a lot harder to do from in the house, but it's doable, but it is a pain in the butt. But at least I'm not frozen. So Bill, we'll get on the Crab Nebula, and then you can let me know what you suggest for me to try on this. I'll try a few different things with these tools, the levels and the curves and the basics. We'll see what we can do. Okay, so thanks, Bill. Let me just put this back to reset. And I'll close that for now. And I want to get the dark frame. Make sure that I got the right one. The mask, I mean. So we're AGC4 at 60, so we'll use that one. And we will load it. Okay. And I'll back that off just a little bit. Right about there. Okay. For overlay, you mean this one? Okay. And it shows this, a pointing hand. Easter egg. Okay. You have a grid. Smaller grid. Arrow. What's the arrow? Ah. Cool. Okay, reset zoom. It's at 50%. Is that, you mean this one right here, Bill? Okay. Overlay. There. Which one should I pick? All the way to the right. Oh, you mean here? Hit this right here? Yeah, I like 194 because when I use the double, I'll show you why. When I go to the double, if I reset this, it gives me that. I prefer to use around 194, so it kind of, I go to 200, and then I back it off just until I see, I don't know if that's the right way to do it, but just until I start seeing right here the arcs, and then I go back until it's gone. It's roughly about 194. Sure, I'll reset it to 100. I never use it like that. I just use the double crosshair right here. Okay, and try full frame double. Okay. Oh, maybe that's why. All right, let me see. Oh, okay, that's something I didn't know. Thank you, Bill. I always used this just to select the double crosshair and zoom in. Okay, so from now on I'll use full frame double crosshairs. Thank you very much. Okay. Oh, that's funny. Oh boy, that's funny. All right. So let's bring this up. Let's bring the exposure up a little bit more. Yeah, right. Try and take it up to 90. Oh, that's funny. That's good. Okay, it does seem a little bit dark, so I'm going from 60 to 90 seconds. I should have bumped the AGC up to 6 because of the filter. Yeah, at least I can see the screen and read what you guys are typing. Okay, so I might have to change the, yeah, I might have to change the mask. Let me just see if I change that for now. That's all right about there. Without the mask, looks like the mask helps a little bit. That's without it, and that's with it. Kind of takes away. There's still a little bit of the lines, horizontal lines here, but it's not as bad. I could drop this. It's a little dark here, so I'll drop this a bit more. Yeah, about there. And this goes a lot lower now than 50%, Bill. This used to only go to 50%. Now it goes even further lower, which is good. Let's see, how low does it go? Okay, yeah, you have it going to 10% now. That's better. I do like that. We'll stay at about 50%. So if I take the mask off, you can see those streaks from the coatings and a little bit of amp glow now. I'll put that back on, and it helps. Okay. So we're at 90 seconds. Let's stack some. We'll try and stack 6. And let me keep my eye on how far that's going past the meridian. But we're not too bad. We still have some time. Now, as far as these features go, let me just reset all this. Pretty well all reset. Okay, let me just play with this slider. Nice to watch your histogram. You notice how what Bill was saying, it moves now. It's not stagnant, it doesn't stay stationary, it moves. You don't want to overclip like that. Pretty cool. Okay. Trying to get back to luminance.
Oh, Lord.
Still trying to bring out some of the contrast, Bill. I went to gamma. You know what? I'll turn off the stacking so we can just work on a single image.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right. They're either or. Yep. Let's reset everything. Right. Okay. Do you see though when I raise the contrast here, how it gets brighter along in here? I'm trying to do that with the levels and curves. Let's see if I can do that. You can see the peak widen when I increase the contrast. Right there. Okay, let's see if we can get that same detail. You can see how this brightens up quite a bit by increasing the contrast. So let's get, yeah, let me get that back to default. We'll leave that at default. Close this up. Yep, I'm going to do that. Okay, where should I go now, Bill? So I reset the video settings. I'm going to follow your instructions here. Everything is reset. Okay, we'll go to basic, sure. And I guess you want me to try the gamma? Okay. Hi Don, how are you? Now I'm going to see if this histogram does widen also. Oh, much better now, Don. I was about an hour and a half outside in 10° Fahrenheit and I started to get early frostbite. So I got in the house and I'm okay now. My fingers and toes are back to normal. I got the fireplace going. So I'm doing this remote. Okay, so Bill, you can see here I'm at 1.14. I'm going to raise it slow. See, when I raise the gamma, it looks to me like the background's getting brighter, but the foreground, the object, isn't changing too much. I don't know if you all are seeing that too. If I reset it again, I'll slowly go up again. And it seems like the background's changing. Okay, Bill, because when I'm increasing gamma, only the background's changing, not the foreground. Now watch when I go here to video and work here. You see? The background does brighten also, but the foreground gets brighter. Yeah, it just comes to life more. Okay. Let's try other tools here, Bill. Let's go to levels. This gamma, now this gamma is pretty well the same as this gamma, Bill. Okay, I'll try levels. Let's try it. You know, let me just click on this, Bill, and use the arrows. I don't think it can move. No. Is there a possible way, Bill, that you can have these sliders, instead of grabbing with the left mouse button and moving it like that, you can see it's jerky, if I can click on it and then use the arrow keys? Is that something that can be done, Bill? Use the keyboard keys? Okay, that would be a lot easier if it could, because right now all I can do is just left click the mouse and slowly drag it, and you can see I'm losing, it's fading away. If I let go of the button, you can see it again. Now I'm dragging it. There, you see? It just makes adjustments would be easier if we can just click on it and it would highlight, and then we can use the arrow keys on the keyboard. Because I know you can't really do these here for it, because you have 3 points to adjust. 1, 2, 3. You have your black, gamma, and white. Oh, you got that weirdness fixed? Okay, good. I think the arrow keys would be good, Bill. That would be nice. Okay, good night, Nick. Thanks for joining. So let's see if I bring this up. See, my cursor is way ahead of it. It kind of fades off, but you said you got that fixed. Okay, let me drag this up slowly. So again, the background seems like it's brightening more than the foreground. Okay, and I'll try curves. I'll just use the right here. Okay, that wasn't too much of a change. Let me reset. Okay. Do the old S curve. Yeah. I think the contrast would be good, yeah. Like you said, Bill, if you can add a contrast slider, maybe under basic, that would be good. Okay, good. Thank you, Bill. So for now, I'll just work on contrasts only under video. Using the video settings, I'll put this up to 100. I'll leave these at default. I'll just put that up. All right, so let me just go back to this again. Reset everything. Already done. Curves. Okay, let me start stacking. Go to this here, right about there, right there. Need too much gamma. All right, so let's start stacking and see what we come up with. That would be great, Bill. This is nice, though. Very, very flexible. Lots of different things we can choose. So I just left, I I just left contrast up and everything else is at default. And under frame stacking, I have my amplo mask selected. And we're going to stack 6 1-minute exposures. And then once that's stacked, then we'll work with the levels. We'll work right in here with the levels. Don, Bill is working on that now. So we were talking about maybe perhaps doing 2 corrections, one for image shift, one for rotation, but Bill will explain all that when it's ready. Yeah, he's working on it right now. Yeah, I was telling Bill that it's pretty well almost a must. A lot of people are really looking forward to something that being implemented into the software. It is on the high list because a lot of people are using Alt-Az mounts or not guiding, and it would help them a lot. Okay, so we have 1. So we can start raising my black point a little bit without clipping. As we stack, it will get better. Yeah, that's right. Bill was saying the only thing is when you go to a different object, because the star patterns are all different from one object to the other, you will just have to go almost like the hot pixel tool remove. You just go to your star, click as many stars as you want, and it will make corrections based on those stars you selected. I think a lot of people won't mind that they have to manually select the stars if it makes the 2 corrections work really nice for them. So that way they'll be able to use their Alt-Az mounts, or they won't have to worry about guiding. Still doesn't mean that you can get away without doing a proper polar alignment, and that you don't want to stacked egg-shaped stars. You want to get your stars as round as possible. So get your mount balanced and polar aligned really good. Let me just check to see. Sharpen is at 1 and 1. Try that just to smoothen it out a little bit. Yeah, I definitely find arrows would be good, Bill. I'm finding this very hard to move subtly. And I'm in a warm house. I wouldn't want to do this outside in the cold. These sliders here. Okay. Well, thanks, Bill. For a full moon, it's not too bad. I wish I could darken the background a little bit more. I can raise the black point. Let me see. I just don't want to clip too much here. I think that's pretty good about there. I just don't know if the stacking, I guess it's kicking in, Bill. Did you guys notice if it's getting less grainy? Because we got 4 stacks so far. Now, okay, Bill, so Do you remember years ago when you first came out, your Miloslick didn't show the final stack until it was completed, and then your last release, like say within the last year, your new program started showing the stacks one at a time. It would get better and better and better with every stack. So do you mean now it doesn't show until it's completed the whole cycle? Okay. I liked it the way you had it before when, because you get to see the improvement with every stack, how you had it improve with every stack, one after the other, rather than seeing it all noisy like a first single shot, and then you don't see the final until bang, the cycle's done. If you could maybe have it like you had it before, that was really neat. Okay, thanks, Bill. Because it looks to me like it's not showing yet until the stack's finished. Watch when it reaches 6 of 6. You'll probably see a big difference. Yeah, I remember years ago with Miloslick, it used to didn't show the final result until the cycle was done, and then the last release that we had, it was showing every improvement with every stack made. Yeah, I did see a little bit of a twitch there, a blink there, Don. Okay. There was a shift that went smooth and then it went grainy again. I did see that. So maybe, Bill, it's trying to smoothen with every stack, and it's just not working that way. So we'll see in about 20 seconds what happens. Okay. Let's see if this should be all smooth with 6 stacks. Basically, it should be smooth with 3. All right, here we come. No. Almost looks like it's not stacking. Did you see that shift? Yeah. Yeah, it's just for a split second and then let me see. Yes, there is, Don. That's before and after. It's not displaying the stacked image. No, it's not. It's not displaying the stack. I'm using the compare bill, you know, that double window. I have it clicked on and nothing's coming up. Now I'll click on the eye. That's the raw. And that's the final. Raw, final. Here, let me bring this up so you can see what's going on. Okay. So you can see this. Are you able to see that there? Okay, now, can you see up here? You should be able to. Not yet? Okay, watch when I click on here, it doesn't give you the double split. It just says process, but you used to have a split here and have one before and one after. Oh, okay, it's broken? Okay. And then when I click on here, I'll hold that, it's showing raw. Yes, everybody, that's right. Let me just remind all that's joining us. This is a beta version, and I'm just testing it out with Bill, the creator of Miloslick, so nobody worry, this will all be fixed. It's just the beta version. Okay, so we're just figuring out what's, what needs to be adjusted, fixed, and that, so it will be good. It will all get fixed out. Okay, so anything else you want me to test, Bill? Because to me it looks like, let me just take the stack off and let's see if there's any change. Okay, I'm going to pull the stack off and let's see if this changes at all. Okay, sorry to put all that on you, Bill. Alright, I'm going to uncheck this. Yeah, you're right, Bill, there's no change. So it looks like that's another one that has to be fixed. Okay. I know your weather's been lousy there in California. Mine hasn't been good. This is the first clear night I had, and I was glad to be able to get out there and test it. Not the best nights to go out, with the frost temperatures and all that, but I'm comfy in the house here. As long as the computer and everything doesn't die out there. Looks like we're okay. Okay, people, we still got, what do we got? 53 people, so I'll still keep going. Let's go to M82. I think that's about the next best one of our choices. Yeah, Graham. This is fun. I'm having fun on this. Okay, so nothing wrong with the camera or anything. It's just, this is a single image. It's noisy. AGC is up at 4. It's not stacking and that. So we're beta testing Miloslick tonight, and we're making progress. Okay, so let me stop the exposure. And I'll stop the guider. And let's see, let's go to a star right here. We'll go to this one. Yeah, Doobie pointer star 2 off to Doobie. And hey Bill, you taught me something tonight. You showed me. All that time I went to double and zoomed in. I didn't know about this full frame. Thank you very much. Okay, hopefully that star's in the field of view. Camera cooler's on tonight. -5 only because it is cold. Okay, so motion controls. Now east was going upward. Let's try west. We'll go at 5 minutes, and I will have to say yes. Let's see which way that moves. All right. Still not too bad. Let's try 30 seconds. There we go. Still have it. I haven't lost the touch. That's good. You get rusty when you haven't done things for a while. Sync. Alright, let me zoom into here. And we're going to go to, let me get rid of these stars. 82. Maybe now I'll start broadcasting from inside the house. It's a lot more comfortable with the winter, and I'm starting to remember what to do again, how to do all the setups, how to lay out all the software and everything on the computers. All right, and Let me just get the guider going. Not much of a choice for guide stars. Okay, you don't want to do that. We'll try it. I might be able to grab this one if I change my mount, the direction. Right there. It's giving me a red box. Not very good choices for guide stars. I would prefer that. That might be too close to the edge still. Let's see. Alright, we'll try it. And let's go for 60 seconds. Alright, let's try 60 seconds on M81. Okay, I see. I think that's just depends on where I'm pointing at the sky, Graham. Right now I'm lower. When I'm pointing more at zenith, this is the Orion star shoot, by the way. This one. It's not. I'm not using the Melicam. This really shouldn't affect your guiding. But when I'm pointing more at zenith, I don't have these lines. I see what you're saying, though. See, it seems to be guiding okay. Yes, it is. I agree. Well, we'll experiment next. I'll go up towards zenith and see if this looks a little cleaner. I can assure you, Graham, using both cameras, they're both good, but if you wanted my honest opinion, if I could only choose one of them, I would definitely go with the Melicam Auto Guider. It's much more sensitive. It's got a higher resolution. You can even use that camera. I always recommend mono if you're going to use it as a guider, but you can even use the camera, even a mono, for viewing the moon and planets. You can't really use the Orion too great for planetary viewing, or the moon is so-so, but the Melicam is much better at that. So, and it is more sensitive for seeing guide stars, and it's cleaner. It's not as noisy either. So, yeah, if I only had one choice, I would go with the Melicam Auto Guider over the Orion Star Shoot. But as I said, I haven't sold the Orion because if the other one dies on me, at least I have a backup, and I'll probably only get peanuts for the Orion. Usually you sell anything Astro, most stuff you don't get money too much, you lose a lot. Yeah, and I'm using 1.5 seconds, 1.5 second guide star, the corrections. So I got lots of cables out there too, all crushed together. I thought I pressed this. What's going on with this? You really have to hit it hard with the mouse button. It could just be a remote thing from VNC. Alright, we'll do 1 minute on it. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it must be late there in England. Very well then, Alistair. Good to have you on. Thank you, and have a good evening. Good night. So, Joe, did you dig out your way from all that snow? Okay, let me see. Something's weird here. Contrast. Okay, we'll just leave that there. Frame stacking's off. Let's go back to that. That's not reset. Okay, there. I wish I had this down a little bit more. And that, I haven't done anything on that. See, that's a lot smoother at 90 seconds for a single image. That's not too bad. Now, mind you, this is not the filter for galaxies. This is a hydrogen alpha filter, but there is a lot of H2 in this region here. But there's just not a lot for me to try with this guide filter. There's really not much to try because you really don't want to get into galaxies just with a light pollution filter tonight when you're dealing with this right here. Here's all the spring galaxies coming up here, but the moon is just too what do we have, a full moon? Let's see, 99.88. Yep, full moon tonight, and it just happens to be right in the area of all these galaxies, which I don't have the proper filter. I got everything going against me here. What's this target here? 40 by 40 open cluster. Anybody know what NGC 2264 is? Please? Let me see if it says anything. It is an open cluster. I wonder if that's the rosette. See if they have a picture here. That's the Cone Nebula. Christmas tree, I mean. Yeah, that's the cone. With the fox fur and all that. That's huge. I don't know if we can get that. We'll try it. Why not? We'll try and get just this area right here. Alright, let me move to that. Let me stop the guider.